Hey guys, Holly here. So today I just want to quickly go over with you my meals for the week and how I prep them. So right now I'm working through the Hammer and Chisel program. So most of my meals came right out of the book that comes with your program, and it tells you, it gives you recipes and tells you exactly how to make them and how many portions they would be and how it fits into your meal plan. So I'm just gonna go over first what my meals are each day and then what I did to prep for them. So let's get started. My breakfast is the same, and it is a berry quinoa parfait and an egg frittata, egg and veggie frittata. Then I'm alternating my lunches and suppers each day. So the first lunch option is this chili chicken salad on spinach. And then my snacks every single day are the same, and that is just sliced apple with a few teaspoons of peanut butter. And then my suppers on the days that I have the chicken salad is pork and quinoa salad. Okay, so alternating days of the week, we have the same breakfast, but then my lunches are stuffed sweet potato with chicken, and I have a little bit of feta in there, cilantro and pumpkin seeds. Snacks are the same. And then suppers that day are roast veggies and baked chicken breast. All right, so we'll start with my breakfast for the week, and that was the berry quinoa parfait and the frittata. So berry quinoa parfait, very easy to make. Cooked up about 2 cups of quinoa, and then I had Greek yogurt that I put in there, as well as some frozen berries and a little bit of honey. So it was, like I said, super simple, and if you portion it out beforehand, then it's grab and go. So I put in a yellow of quinoa into each container. Then I put in a red of the Greek yogurt. Then a purple of my frozen berries. Then about 1 to 2 teaspoons of honey. I melted and just drizzled that over top. And I also threw cinnamon on top of mine. So then that is your berry parfait. And it's just ready to go. It can sit in the fridge like that. And you can just grab it, eat it. So this, the frittata. This was also another recipe that came with the program, and it's about a dozen eggs beaten up. You season it up. I use garlic powder, onion powder, and pepper, and then you put in the veggies you want. I did red onion, spinach, and red pepper, spinach, and green onion. And then I also sprinkled a tiny bit of feta like over the top of the whole thing to get a little bit in each piece. I like to use strong cheeses like feta because you don't need a whole container, but you can still, just with a sprinkle of it, you can still get a lot of flavor out of it. So that's what I like to use. Then you put this mixture into a 9x13. Make sure it's really greased up. Bake it in the oven at 400 for about half an hour. And that's what I did for my frittata. And then I cut it into 6 portions. Like this told me that it gets about 6 servings, and each serving is about a green and a red. So that's what I did, and then I just put them into a container in the fridge so I can just grab them, heat them up, and then put a little bit of salsa on them, and they're good to go. Like I said, I am alternating lunches, and this was my first one, also out of the book, was the chili spice chicken salad. So you chop up 3 cups of chicken breast, and then you put in some onion, teaspoon each of honey and chili powder, a couple tablespoons of lime juice, and about 3 tablespoons of Greek yogurt. So I mix that all together, and I just keep that in a container in the fridge. And then I just went by my book. It tells me that about 1.5 cups is a serving, and that's going to give me a red and an orange. So I use 1.5 cups of this, and then I take about a green container of spinach, and I just have spinach in a bag. I just like rip it up and I throw it down underneath, and that is my one lunch for the week. Super simple, super quick. Other lunch was the baked stuffed sweet potato. So I cooked up a couple chicken breasts and chopped them and seasoned them how I wanted. I think I just did chili powder again. I kind of stuck with that flavor theme this week. I did it a little bit different than how they said, but what I did was I took one massive sweet potato and I cut it into quarters. So then I just take a quarter out and I kind of scoop out the inside, mash it up a bit. Then I heat up my chicken, throw it on top, and then I sprinkle it with a little bit of cilantro. And I also am using my feta cheese again. I just buy the feta like this. It lasts so long in here. And like I only use a sprinkle at a time, so this has lasted me, like I've gotten so much out of there. And cilantro, here, if you're keeping it in the fridge, if it's not a fresh one that you're growing, then when you buy it, put it into a mug with water in the mug, and then cover it with the bag that you bought it in, and store it in the fridge like that. This cilantro, like, it lasts so long like this. I think it's been a couple weeks that this has been in the fridge, and it's still just awesome and like nice and crisp and fresh and ready to go. So that is how I prep for that, and then that gives me, since it's such a large chunk of sweet potato, you can get 2 yellows out of that, and then I just throw in a red container of my chicken on top, and that is my second lunch. This wasn't out of the book or anything, I just sort of threw it together, and it is grilled pork with, I think I seasoned it like I seasoned everything else this week, and lots of like chili powder, garlic powder, stuff like that on there, chipotle powder, and then I have quinoa salad, so that's just lime juice. I have cilantro in there, I have a bunch of peppers in there, and then I also sprinkled some feta in there again, and I just took 2 yellow containers of that, and then a red container of this, and I probably get about half a green or so in here as well. And again, to prep that, everything's just stored in the fridge. This I haven't even chopped all up. I just kind of take off of it as I need. Take a red container, and then this I take 2 scoops of yellow out of there as I'm using it too. And then my other supper option was chicken and roast veggies. So again, like, I have to keep all these stuff super simple because I don't want to spend all day prepping. So this was just threw all the veggies I wanted on a pan, tossed them all with olive oil, salt and pepper, and then roasted them for, I think, half hour at 400. And I used Brussels sprouts, broccoli, and mushrooms. And then my chicken, like, I just baked up a whole bunch of chicken breasts, and there's not really anything to them. I just sprinkled a little bit of jerk seasoning that I have, that I'm obsessed with, from Jamaica on there, and that is it. That is the second supper option. So throw on a red container of your chicken and a green container of your veggies, and you're good to go. Hey guys, thank you for following along. I hope that was helpful. If you did find it helpful and liked it and you want to see more of these, be sure that you like, comment, subscribe, all that awesome stuff. I'll make more videos like this. Make sure that you follow your meal plan. If you don't have the physical program, but you do have Beachbody On Demand, all of this and more is on there, so you have all the resources to make kick-ass meal plans like this. So I'll be talking to you guys later, and thanks for tuning in.